Hey guys, it's Nick from Pick'em and I'm back with another video for this upcoming weekend. We have Corey Sandhagen going up against Rob Font. Uh, Previously, Corey Sandhagen was supposed to go up against Umar Nurmagomedov, but Nurmagomedov was injured, so he had to pull out of this fight. I hope he has a speedy recovery. I hope to see him fight soon. I hope they give him a good matchup coming back from his injury, and I hope he looks good, and he's 100% coming back. So let's move into the best bets on this card, guys. I made a chart here. So I wrote down all my best bets that I have money on right now. The first best bet on the money line is Jeremiah Wells. I can't believe we're getting him at minus 125. Carlston Harris, I've never really been impressed by him. He should have finished Jared Gooden, to be honest, because Jared Gooden is way past his prime, and he barely squeaked that decision win like the last time. Look at here, Jeremiah Wells, Carlston Harris. I mean, Wells is undefeated in the UFC. He never lost a fight in the UFC. I know he got knocked down a couple times by Matthew Summelsberger, but Summelsberger has some power, man. He dropped Urus Medic too in the first round. But the problem with the Matthew Summelsberger is he doesn't have the finishing instinct. He doesn't have the second gear to finish his opponents. But Jeremiah Wells did exactly what he needed to do. He started using his grappling and taking Summelsberger down over and over. And that's exactly what you want to see from fighters when you have money on them, because you don't want to see fighters just get hurt and just get wobbled and they don't know what to do. They're just lost, They just get finished because they don't go for the takedowns like Jeremiah Wells did against Matthew Summelsberger. I just think Jeremiah Wells is gonna take him down and just ground and pound him and get the TKO, ground and pound. Alright guys, you're getting a really good money line number on him. I don't think it's worth chasing props on this. Minus 125 on a guy like Jeremiah Wells, who's undefeated in the UFC. $50, I might even put more now. I got him at minus 155, I think, early in the week. But I'm shocked at how many people are betting Carlston Harris here at plus money. I mean, there is value on Carlston Harris, but I'm just never really been impressed by him. Anyways, guys, let's move to the second best bet on the card, which is Kennedy Nzechukwu. I got him early at minus 140, I think. Yeah, a couple days ago I got him at minus 140, and I have $100 on him at minus 140. I think there's value there. Justin Jacoby is not really dangerous anywhere. He's not really a finisher. Doesn't have that power, that fight-ending power. He's barely winning fights. Like Justin Jacoby, I mean, look at this. He is a world-class kickboxer, so he can obviously catch Nzechukwu, but I don't see it happening. Look, he's 6-4 in the UFC, barely winning fights. Just not something you want to see. Like, he's on a downward spiral right now. Against Azamat Murzakanov, I mean, Azamat was so gassed in the last third round, and Justin Jacoby had a chance to get a finish there in the last round, but he made such a stupid decision to go for grappling. That's probably the worst fight IQ I've ever seen out of Justin Jacoby. Starts going for takedowns and starts grappling and holding Azamat down when he's super gassed. The guy can't even stand on his two legs, and Jacoby just pretty much hands him that win in his last fight. He is tough, I will say he is really tough, but I think Nzechukwu is gonna find that big power shot on him or either strangle him, maybe club and sub. I'm gonna call club and sub. I think we're gonna see some grappling from Nzechukwu too here. He's been going for some takedowns also lately. Nzechukwu, see, he's got a 46% striking accuracy. He's got good volume also. I mean, his takedown defense is 80%, which is really good. I don't see Justin Jacoby going for takedowns here. If he does, it's going to be really stupid. He's going to get choked out here. But the 3-inch reach over a guy like Justin Jacoby with the 76-inch reach, That's what, like, wow, 7 inches in reach. Absolutely insane. At minus 155, I got him at minus 140. I think there's still value on Injechku by minus 155. He's on a 3-5 win streak, 3-5 finish streak, by the way. Dude's really dangerous. He's really intimidating. Also, huge guy for the weight class, 6'5", with an 83-inch reach. Absolutely insane. I think he's gonna find that kill shot against Dustin Jacoby here. Let's go to the next best bet on the card. We have Billy Quarantillo going up against Damon Jackson. Let's pull it up here. Damon Jackson coming off a really bad KO loss, and so is Billy Quarantillo. I mean, he got put out with that crazy knee from Edson Barboza. But Damon, I mean, Damon, he's not really like a really good striker. He can catch you still because he caught Pat Sabatini, but Pat Sabatini is just a wrestler, grappler who's looking to take you down from the get-go. And Billy Quarantillo, I mean, he's going to walk you down. He's going to land his power strikes on you. He's not going to give you any space to breathe. He's not going to give you any time to think. He's going to back you down. He's got the cardio to back the volume. At minus 175, I'll still take Billy Quarantillo at minus 165. I just can't trust Damon Blackson to like go for the takedowns and keep going for the takedowns. And I mean, he's gonna have to strike eventually, and I think he's gonna go down. I think he's gonna get put out cold. Maybe just a referee stoppage. I can see a referee stoppage. At minus 175, I dropped a half a unit play on him. I think there's value at minus 175 on Billy Quarantillo. Now let's move to Diego Lopez, the last best bet on for this card. I got him early at minus 130. I think there's value there, guys. I think Diego Lopez, like, now he's sitting at minus 180 or minus 175. I wouldn't really bet on that at minus 180 or minus 175. But I don't know, man. Gavin Tucker, he does have some good wins in the UFC, but coming off a big layoff, coming off a crazy KO loss, he got slapped bad in the first like minute. I think it was like the first 10 seconds or something, and he got put out bad in that fight. And he does have pretty good striking accuracy, pretty good takedown accuracy, 42%. Pretty good. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu also, so but I just think he's gonna be behind in this fight. See, he got knocked out in 22 seconds. I mean, that's a crazy KO loss. You can't really trust that chin of his, getting knocked out in 22 seconds. I don't know, man. That's crazy. Diego Lopez, man. I think Diego Lopez is gonna finish him here. I'm gonna say maybe KO, because I think Gavin Tucker is gonna be going in shooting for takedowns. Maybe a club and sub. I think Diego Lopez. I mean, look at the guy he's been fighting, man. Diego Lopez fought Movsar Evloev, and the fight before that in the Contender Series, he fought Joe Anderson Brito. I mean, come on. I know he gets taken down pretty easily by these guys. But Mozart and Jordan Brito, I mean, Gavin Tucker is not on these guys' level. I don't think Gavin Tucker is on Jordan Brito's level. I don't think the guy's got the power that Brito has, or the grappling that Evloev has. I think Diego Lopez is gonna choke him out here, find a submission. I think there's still value. Yeah, I think there's still value on Diego Lopez money line. But he's more of a finisher than winning decisions. I think he might be behind in the judges' scorecards, but I think he's going to pull it off. I'm going to call submission. Diego Lopez by submission. Alright, guys, let's move to the safety parlay now. The first leg of the safety parlay is Corey Sandhagen. I think Corey Sandhagen is gonna outstrike Rob Font. I think he's gonna mix in some takedowns. And and I think he's gonna win this fight. I think he's gonna keep. I think the last fight against Marlon Vera, I mean, that fight really impressed me. Even the Song Yudong fight, I mean, he was landing some elbows, cutting his face open, like staying at range, not like putting himself at risk for knockout. Song Yudong has some serious power, and he's super fast. I don't think Rob Font is as fast as Song Yudong, to be honest. And I think with Corey Sandhagen mixing in the takedowns, I think it's gonna keep him guessing. He's gonna be thinking, oh, he's gonna be looking to counter strike, I think, in this fight, because Rob Font is a boxer. He does have pretty good power. I picked Rob Font against Adrian Yanez in that fight. If you can go back and look at, I picked. I thought he was gonna win by decision, but he knocked Adrian Yanez out. So I mean, Corey Sandhagen is gonna have to be careful, because Font does have some power, man. This dude's got some power. He can put you out, of course, but I don't see it happening. I think Corey Sandhagen is gonna get the win here. I'm gonna say decision. I think Rob Font is very, very tough and durable. I think Corey Sandhagen is gonna win this fight by unanimous decision. And then the second leg of my safety parlay is Ignacio Bahamondes. Let's pull up his stats here. Ignacio Bahamondes. Look at the strike lands per minute. Almost 8 strikes landed per minute. Absolutely insane. Strikes absorbed per minute, almost half strikes absorbed. So he's got really good striking defense. Very good striking. He's 6'3" with a 75-inch reach. So I mean, he's gonna have like a 7-inch reach advantage over Ludwig Klein. As you can see here, Klein is 5'7" with a 72-inch reach. So he's gonna have a 3-inch reach advantage over a guy like Klein. And Klein isn't like a super good grappler that you can trust on him to mix in the grappling and keep Bahamondes guessing. I think Bahamondes is gonna land those kicks. I think he's gonna land those teep kicks to the body. I think he's gonna mix in those head kicks, leg kicks, stay at range. I think Ludwig Klein is gonna have a really, really hard time closing the distance. I don't know how he's gonna close the distance, to be honest. I think he's gonna get frustrated, get a little crazy, maybe try to get into a dogfight. I think that's a bad idea. And I mean, he's absorbing more strikes than he's landing. Ludwig Klein, he's absorbing 3.67 strikes and he's landing less than that, 3.44, with a 54% striking accuracy. Not too bad, but he doesn't really have the volume that Bahamondes has. And the striking defense, I mean, look at the 58% to 49%. That's big time, big. He does have this grappling edge in this fight, I think, but I don't think it's by much. Bahamondes with a 95% takedown defense, I think that's definitely gonna help him here. I can see Bahamondes getting a late TKO, but I think round 3 TKO or just decision, because Klein is very tough, man. This dude is a dog. Alright guys, let's move to the last leg of my 50 parlay, which is Tatiana Suarez, the big favorite. Let's look at the stats, guys. The strikes landed per minute, 4.35, absorbing only 1.34 strikes per minute. Absolutely, that's a really good stat right there. She's not putting herself at risk in these fights. She's going out there, doing what she has to do, taking her opponents down, not playing around, not looking for the knockout on the feet, not putting herself at risk to getting clipped. Look at the Alexa Grasso fight, man. She just took her down twice and then found the rear naked choke, took her back. Alexa Grasso is the champion right now. Choked out Valentina Shevchenko. So that's a really good win right there. I mean, look at the takedown average, man. 6.12 takedown average per minute. I mean, that's average per 15 minutes. I think she hasn't had a 5-round fight yet. So that's per 3 rounds. She's getting more than 6 takedowns per 3 rounds. Takedown accuracy 60%, really good. And 100% takedown defense, really good. There's a reason that she's a minus 400 favor almost. I think she's gonna go undefeated here. She's gonna choke Jessica Andrade out. I picked Andrade against Yan Sang-nan. I think I thought her experience was gonna help her there, but she just came out there looking to get a quick knockout, and she got clipped on the way in, closing the distance. And I think she's gonna get taken down easy and get submitted in the first round. I'm gonna call Tatiana Suarez by first round submission. That parlay will pay you plus 133, guys. I wanted to do just Sandhagen and Bahamondes parlay, but or even Sandhagen and Suarez parlay, but I don't want to give you guys a safety parlay that's not gonna give you plus money. I wanted to make sure that I give you guys plus money, guys. Make it worth it. Alright, guys, let's move to the favorite underdogs now. The first favorite underdogs. These are small bets. I'm not like going crazy on these underdogs. I do understand why they are underdogs, because the fighters they're facing probably have more ways to win. But this first fight, I think Ode Osborne, I think if he can stop the takedowns, if it's a big if he can stop the takedowns, I think he has a chance to get a win here. Maybe a split decision win. Maybe he can clip ass moves or whatever his name is. We don't have any information on this guy, man. I don't know how people are like trusting him to. Man, I mean, this is gonna be his hardest opponent to date. He's had 19 fights so far, so he's got plenty of experience, but at the highest level, man. That's what worries me about whatever his name is, Asu Almabayev. This is gonna be his hardest test, and we're gonna find out if he's the real deal. I think there's value in Ode Osborne. I took him at plus 160. I put a quarter of a unit on him there. And then for the second favorite underdogs, I had Cody Durden. I know he's an underdog because he's taking this fight on short notice. And Jake Hadley is the more dangerous fighter with the submissions, with the KOs on the feet. He's got power, good striking, good body shots on the feet. But man, he got taken down his UFC debut. I think Durden can take him down also here. As you can see, Cody Durden lands almost 6 takedowns per 15 minutes with the takedown defense of 71%. Pretty good takedown defense. He's barely landing more strikes on the feet, so Jake Hadley has a big edge on the feet here. That's the reason that he's a 2-1 favorite, I think, here, Jake Hadley, because he's dangerous, man. That dude's dangerous everywhere. I understand that part, but I think Cody Durden, I think he took this fight because he knows he can mix in the takedowns, keep Jake Hadley guessing, tire out those muscles so he doesn't have the same power anymore later in the fight. I think Cody Durden can get this win. I put half a unit on him at plus 150. And then for the third leg of my favorite underdogs, I have Dennis Bajuka. I wasn't too impressed by Sean Woodson, man. Last time he got worked by Saldana. I don't know if other people remember that fight, but the only reason that fight was a draw was because let's pull it up here. The only reason that that fight was a draw for Sean Woodson was because Luis Saldana is an idiot. He could have finished Woodson in the first round, but he throws a stupid knee while Woodson was grounded, and he got a point taken. Then he did it again. He did it twice. Luis Saldana is probably one of the dumbest fighters I've ever seen, going for a finish. Just absolutely blew it. And now you're telling me we're getting a Dennis Bajuka, who's a pretty dangerous fighter. I mean, this dude can bang, man. This dude's training out of Ray Longo and Weidman MMA. Center training with the champion Alsman Sterling, Merab Dvalishvili, Nazim Sadikov, and those guys over there. I mean, they're getting wins, man. We haven't seen that team, a lot of fighters from that team lose. I mean, they're putting in the work, man. Those guys over there are doing what needs to be done to get these wins. Dennis is coming in short notice here, so I do understand why he's underdog here. But I think this fight does favor him, man. I think he's the more dangerous guy with his grappling. On the feet, I think Woodson can use his range and reach. 9-inch reach is pretty damn big, but Woodson doesn't have the best chin. I think Bazooka can light him up on the feet and take him down and maybe find a submission. Thus, I'm gonna go with the Denise Bazooka at plus 154. I got a half a unit on him right now. And then for the last favorite underdog on this card for me is Raoni Barcelos. Guys, let me just tell you one thing. I think Kyler Phillips is probably gonna win this fight because Barcelo is getting up there in age for a feather. I think it's a bantamweight, right? Raoni Barcelos. It's a bantamweight fight, yeah. Barcelos 36 years old for bantamweight, not really all that good. He's gonna be going up against a 28 years old, so he's gonna have a speed disadvantage here. Even in the last fight against Umar, I mean, I think that hook probably would have knocked out a lot of fighters out, but it still worries me, man. That was a really short hook that knocked him out. But Raoni Barcelos, man, Kyler Phillips has been out of the game for quite a while, over 1.5 years almost. And Barcelos, man, he's been active. I mean, I know he hasn't been winning. I thought he won the fight against Timur Valiev, though. I don't know how the judges gave that fight to Valiev. Anyways, man, Victor Henry, yeah, he got worked by Victor Henry, but the Umar loss, I'm not really gonna hold that against him. I think I don't know how people can trust Kyler Phillips to come back after a year and a half and just not have any problems at all. I think it's gonna take. I think it's gonna take. I don't think it's gonna look like perfect. I don't think Kyler Phillips is gonna look like a minus 175 favorite here. Maybe minus 170. I think this is gonna be a very close, competitive fight. I'd be surprised if Kyler Phillips knocks Barcelos out. I mean, the age concerns me big time, but getting plus 154 on Barcelos, man, I'll take that. I'll take a dig. Plus 170, yeah. I got him early in the week at plus 170, and I'll take a dig on plus 170 on Barcelos all day long. I put a quarter of a unit on him at plus 170, and I think there's value there for sure. Alright guys, let's move to this is something I added for the first time here. I think Corey Sandhagen is gonna win, and I think he's gonna outstrike Font on the feed, and I think he's gonna land more takedowns than I don't think Font doesn't really go for takedowns, and I think Corey Sandhagen is gonna mix everything in perfectly, and I think it's gonna go over 1.5 rounds. I think it goes to a decision, but I don't want to put 2.5 rounds and take a chance if Corey Sandhagen finds the finish later on. You're getting plus 195 on the same game parlay for the main event of the evening. I think there's value there. I have $50 on this right now. Alright guys, so that's the best bets, the safety parlay, the favorite underdogs, and the main event same game parlay that I have for you guys. I put in a lot of work. I mean, it takes me a couple hours to get everything going. So please subscribe to my channel, like the video, leave a comment below who you're gonna be going with, who are your favorite safety parlay, what's your parlay, what's your best bets that you guys are rocking with this weekend. Once again, leave a comment below, guys, and I really appreciate you guys watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care of yourself. And once again, subscribe to my channel, help me get 200 subscribers, and like the video, leave write anything in the comments. It really helps out with the algorithm. And take care of yourself, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye now.